Yo, it's Jim and Jordan's Game of Thrones review. This is your Lord Commander, Jimmy 2 times.
Ta-da!
I'm Jordan Tarley, and this week we're talking about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 2 of season 8.
Yes.
The entire series, Jim, led up to the episode last night. The calm before
Big things.
so much storming.
And can I just say, I just found out the episode title because I don't know how you watch
Oh, I
Game
know,
of Thrones,
yeah.
but for the longest time it just said Game of Thrones 69. And you know what? I was thinking, they're really taking liberties this season with the episode. And I was like, I'm with it. This is like very David Lynchian. It was like a Nine Inch Nails song or maybe like a DJ Shadow skit. And I was like, Game of Thrones 69. I think I can roll with this.
It was funny because it was a Game of Thrones 69. You click it on HBO Now, and then it's like brief nudity. I was like, oh hell yeah, brother, let's get it going.
We might die tomorrow. We probably are going to die tomorrow. So anyway.
So Jim, let's skip the recap because if you're watching, you saw the episode.
Yeah, but let's go. Let's before we really get into the really real here.
Okay.
Let's say spoiler warning. So if you haven't watched the episode, go watch the episode, then come back.
And why are you watching the review?
And talk to Jordan and your friend Lord Commander Jim. So
that's you. So no recap. If you watched it, you saw it. This is a sick episode because we had to see all of the characters settling in. So the last episode was everyone getting there, and that was cool. This is everyone settling in, interacting, more reunions. I guess more development of as far as the relationships go. What stood out to you?
I mean, so many moments, man. I was in a group chat about this episode, and there was a lot of, I thought this was boring. I wanted more action. I thought the episode was awesome.
Nah, dude, it was an all-timer.
Yeah, there was just so many, and it's just like, yo, this is it. We are in the last season. We're in the end game now.
So
to borrow from my MCU friends.
Your other nerdery. A lot of characters we love are going to die next week. So it was nice to see everyone all together at last. Everything from the Jaime scene in the beginning, like how that panned out.
Yeah.
You thought it was rushed.
I thought it was a little rushed, but I also really liked that we got to see his kind of redemption, even though I thought it was a little half-assed. And, we can't have nice things on Game of Thrones.
No.
You know what I mean?
We're getting too many nice things.
A lot of nice things this episode. And the thing that stuck out to me was when Tyrion said, I think we might make it, guys. You know what I mean? It was like, oh my God, they're all going to die. Like Thanos is coming. Thanos is coming with the Night King. He's got the gauntlet. They got the ice spears. It's Snap City, baby.
What about Gendry, dude?
Arya.
He always loved the hammer.
Arya. Yes, ma'am. I'm not the Red Woman. Take off your own pants, she said.
Some people said that action wasn't true to Arya's character. I heartily disagree. Your thoughts?
They're gonna die by the hands of
Why
zombie.
Not get it?
I'm saying, and there was always the chemistry with them. They were on a journey. They've been through a lot together.
Yeah.
They've been through a lot together. And there's been have you seen this? There's the theory floating around since last season that the waif who trained with Arya at the House of the Undying had actually stolen Arya's face, and it was her that was walking around.
That's the dumbest theory ever.
Come on, Reddit people.
Reddit Randy.
So I think that
leave your basement.
I think the point of me bringing that up is that they were going to use that as, well, see, this is uncharacteristic of Arya. No, we've just broken off from the books. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We're in a different zone now. And I think that, Gendry and Arya, get it together. Like, do your thing.
Get it. Jimmy, the clear star of the episode, to me, is Turn-Up Tormund.
Tormund turning up the entire episode.
Yes.
Old blue eyes,
Man, I've always had blue eyes. He crushed it. Everything from why they call me Giant's Bane. Everything. The opening line is the big woman still here. Everything about Tormund. He was so good in this episode that it's almost guaranteed that he dies the next one.
Well, and
his arc is done.
The main advocate for having Brienne knighted, which for me was like one of the highlights of the episode. Not only the episode, but one of the best moments we had in the series. For the past few seasons, man, I think. So,
I totally agree.
Have we ever seen Brienne smile like that?
No. Her entire arc leads up to this, which means she dies next episode, too.
Do you think there's I know Tormund wants to make giant babies.
Jaime doesn't want to be a giant baby.
Do you think that Jaime
it's a respect thing. That's a respect. Like, we're both knights together. It's not It's not like they're trying to get it in. It's more of a respect. You can tell from the dynamic.
A lot of chatter on Twitter about that being a.
It's pretty regressive of you, Jimmy, to think that a male and a female can't be friends without doing it.
That's not what I think. I'm
Well,
just saying
you inferred.
there was a lot of looks between them that just
Yeah,
felt
of respect and adoration.
Okay,
and,
all right.
it's
Hey,
cool.
well then I read it wrong. You know what I mean?
It's all good.
One of us is single and one of us isn't.
Let's move into predictions. What do you think will happen next week? Who's going to die?
Oh man.
Are the Crips vulnerable?
Okay, first thing, I think Arya is gonna do something stupid, crazy, amazing with her new weapon that Gendry built for her.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a showstopper, baby.
She's going to use the pole, huh?
Yes. And another thing, I think.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of foreshadowing of this, and I think there's going to be a big payoff probably next week. I think the Hound is going to use a flame sword.
You think so?
I think he is. I think he's going to because I think that like based on what we've seen,
Yeah.
I think Azor Ahai is kind of watching over the Hound. He
Okay.
kind of needs him.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? In the same way
Interesting.
that Bran said, "Jamie, we need you for this fight." That's
Yeah.
why I'm not so mad at you. I'm also the three-eyed raven. We're
16, by the way. Jamie's development.
How is Bran getting
Jamie
around?
Lannister the goat.
How is Bran getting around? We never see anybody push. Does he just?
Is he doing it?
Are the birds?
The Ravens.
Does
He
he have
just
birds?
he wargs into something. I don't know.
Ooh.
You didn't answer the question though. Who's dying? I think it's Bran. I think it's Tormund. I think it's check my notes here. Everyone in the crypts, like not everyone, but I think because they say that there's tunnels underneath Winterfell, and the Night King's gonna get under there and just wreck everyone.
I think it's anybody's guess as to who all is going to die.
And Beric.
You think Barrick's going to die?
Oh, I
for sure?
think Beric's gonna die protecting the Hound.
I think yep, and I think the Hound is going to avenge Barrick
Yeah, with the flame sword.
with the flame sword.
Oh, he gets the power to do it. I just got chills.
Dude, goosebumps. Travis Scott, shout out.
Oh, good song. Also, Theon and Sansa. Hashtag Scissorgate 2019.
Jesus, you are just crushing it with the hashtag.
Thank
game
you.
Since we've been doing these.
Thank
That's
you.
Just very, very nice work. Nice
Thank
work.
you.
So yeah, that's gonna be a big moment.
Can't wait for that scene. Brief nudity.
Just out down there in the crypts, just very cold.
What we got?
You're gonna be cutting glass.
But do you think that the crypts are exposed? They kept saying.
Well,
they're the
Bran's going
safest
down
place.
there, and,
no,
you
they're
know,
not. Bran's bait.
oh, Bran's bait in the thing. He's
Yeah,
down. Yeah, they say.
Which in the
initially
preview you
said-
saw John and Theon like at the werewood, like
Yeah.
with like smoke all around, so it's gonna get nuts.
Oh man.
Is Game of Thrones? I feel like we're just talking in circles. Is Game of Thrones beyond predictions? Is it just enjoyment at this point?
I think
we don't know
so
what's gonna
because
happen.
yes, because we don't know. There's no blueprint, and I think that. And by the way, that kind of brings up something. Do you feel that since the show has diverged from the books, that Tyrion has kind of like fell off a little bit?
Well, Tyrion's been falling off, and that I think that's a natural story arc. He rode the highs, and then he was coming down during the books, and he's kind of we're seeing where he can go. I think he's going to get his mojo back. I would like Tyrion to not die, but if he did die, like
I would like him to not die, but the fact that he was like, I think we might be able to hold it down. You know, like, oh man, why did you say
you
that?
brought up a good
dog?
point about
Like-
his character. It is uncharacteristic, but we're seeing more Tyrion. I think the second episode was the most Tyrion we've seen Tyrion since Tyrion was last Tyrion in like season 5.
Yeah, well, because he got called
that makes
out.
sense.
He got called out. They
Yeah.
were like, "What are you doing? I thought
Yeah.
you were smart." Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
So I
Like,
think he's aware of it,
Yeah.
and
the writers are.
But like, I think we're gonna see characters we love turn to whites in real time. Like we're gonna see them die and pop back up as enemies.
Here's
it's
the
gonna
theory.
be heart wrenching. I can't wait.
So we've seen a couple times when
The vision.
the vision of the Iron Throne with snow. It's covered in snow, and I think the last time we saw it, there was the shadow of a dragon flying overhead, and there was no roof on the castle in King's Landing.
Yeah.
Now, I read something on the internet.com that said that the Night King is just going to take his dragon to King's Landing,
And do
turn the entire city into zombies, whites, and everybody in Winterfell is Tyrion's gonna. That was like a real thing. Tyrion's gonna be like, "Oh, we made it, we got it," and then they're gonna look to the south and, "Oh wait, oh cool, there's a whole army, there's another army." That's the entire population of King's Landing. Because they've made it a point a couple times to say how many people live in King's Landing.
$1 million.
So I feel like I feel like there's going to be a payoff for that. So
That's a
I feel
good
like the
take.
internet.com might be onto something.
That's a band's website.
Is it really?
The internet?
Oh yeah, the internet. That's
Sid.
shout out to the internet. Sid
Shout out
the
to the
Kid.
internet.
Yeah. Well, I didn't read it on their website. I read it on another website that was on the worldwideweb.com.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Let us know your theories. This how cool the show is that we can just kind of talk about it and it can just spider out to so many different things. Let us know your theories, your predictions, your thoughts of the episode below, or DM us. But like we said last week, we want the engagements. Comment below.
Put it on the comments.
Yeah.
And make sure you meet us back here in the Go conference room next Monday, because the guy who directs the big battle episode,
That's right.
directing Sunday's episode.
That's right.
It's going to be crazy. Thanos is going to
80
show
minutes.
up. Darth Maul and Kylo Ren are going to be there. This is going to be a crazy episode. Join us next week. It's Jim and Jordan.